Okay. So once you do this, you can start using the function. How you can access the function? Well, you go to asinzen inside and then click on functions. When you click on function, it's going to open the sidebar. Here on the sidebar, you are going to see a list of sections. So we have the FBA calculator section, the FBN calculator section, the product data section, and the seller account section. So each one of these sections has a list of functions. For example, let's see the FBA calculator. So you can see that we have three functions right here. Get my FBA fees, get my FBA profit, and get my FBA sell price profit. The function get my FBA fees is going to calculate the fees for the ASIN. This is coming directly from Amazon. So let's just click on this function to see more details about it. So we can see what data points is going to use or to return, sorry. The data points is what the function is going to show or return on the Google spreadsheet. In this case, it's going to be the closing fee if available, the referral fee, the fulfillment fee, the storage fee, the shipping weight, and the size tag. We can select if we want the function to show all these data points, or if we only want the fulfillment fee. When we change that, we need to save the function. We click save right here. We can also copy the header, right? So we can add the header right here. So it's going to show the fulfillment. Okay, so how can we run this function? Well, you can see that I have a list of asins here. Let me just select these three asins. I'm going to the sidebar panel again. As you can see on the get my FBA fees, right? So I click on the button. So the function is run, right? So by default, it's going to put the value on the right column. So the column on the right side, right? The most right column. In this case, it's going to use the price number. Let me just delete this. I'm going to use some price here. The price is not required, as you can see, but we can add it as well. I'm going to run the function again. And you can see that the fulfillment fee is returned. We can remove all these and just run again the function with the asins. It's going to show again. So this is only one of the functions that we have. Let me just say this. We also add other functions, as you can see, for FBN. So we can get the FBN fees, the FBN profit, and estimate a sell price. For the product data, we can get the product info ASIN, the product info ID, item offers, KEEPA data, and stuff like that. For the seller account, we can get the ASIN restrictions, we can get the sales information about sales, and information about the feature offer, right? The expected price for the feature offer. So the Google add-on is going to use a token system for this. We are going to talk more about the token system on our next webinar. But in short, uh, each time that you run a function, you are going to consume a token. So right now, user have about 100,000 tokens for free that they can use to test uh, the Google Atom, right? And if you need to add more tokens, then it's available on the web portal, right? So we are going to talk more about this on our next webinar, but uh, right now you can start using the Google Atom. You can start testing and see how it works. Because we have added free tokens for everyone to start testing, right? Again, if you need to install or if you want to install the Google add-on, then you go to add-ons on the Google spreadsheet, right? On extensions, add-on, then get add-ons, and you search for the agents and inside. Then you go here, then install the add-on, follow the steps or the instructions, and there you go. And then you can access the add-on by here, agents and inside. So let's see how this works for get my product info agent, right? Uh, I just change it to a developer. Getting the. Can you share your screen with me, Ethan? Maybe there's a problem right there. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and then you can share your screen with me. Is that okay? In that case, you can record a video and send it to support so we can take a look. Can you do that? Perfect. You can send the video to support at asinzen.com. We can see what's happening. All right. So, for example, to get my product info ASIN, what this function does is that it's going to use the ASIN, right? The ASIN right here. And it's going to search, it's going to return all this data here. For example, the title, the brand, the main category, the rank, um, and more information. Let's see how this works. I'm just going to remove all this. Okay, so you're just going to use this one. So as you can see, we get the product title, the brand, category, the rank. We have the product image. Um, and we have all these data here. We can, of course, select if we want to see all this information or if we only need a few of the data here. We also add a different function here for Keepa if you need to search information on Keepa while maybe you are doing some research, right? So, and this works the same. We just need the ASIN and it's going to show the BSR, uh, estimated monthly sales. All this is average data from Keepa, right? All this data is coming from Keepa. We also have the historical graph. We can select if we want to see the 30 or 90 days of historical graph on the function. To use the function, you need a keepa key, right? So you need a keepa private key to use the function. So let me see if I can run it right here. It's going to use the same AC. Yeah. So as you can see, it's going to return all this information right here. And it's really fast. And here is the graph. You can also open the graph. So here's the graph. So all this information is going to be loaded from Keepa right inside your Google spreadsheet. Now, we are also developing some other functions. For example, these are not available on the user's end yet. We are going to release these new functions next week, maybe. But for example, we have the arbitrage update supplier price. So let's say that you have maybe a lead list from a few months ago. So you had your supplier, right? For example, like this. You had the supplier list, right? With the products, maybe from eBay, maybe from Target, right? And you want to see if the price has changed. Well, you can do or use this function to do that. So the function is only going to check for the price, right? We are building a database from suppliers, as you can see here. Some suppliers are available, others are not available yet. For example, let's work with Target and eBay. If I run the function, it's going to return the price. Yeah. So as you can see, it's going to return the price for this item. And for the other one. So you can use this as mentioned if you had a lead list. You can use this to on all lists and see if the price has changed, maybe it's lower or higher, and then you can do your product analysis based on that price. We can also add a function to load the item offers, right? So this is going to show the offers for the AC. It's going to show the lowest price, the Amazon listing price, the list price, and stuff like that. So if we run this function, it's going to load this data. So you can you can mix and match this function. You can select if you want to use all data points or if you only need a few data points, right? You can use this function to do your product analysis all inside your Google spreadsheet without having to go to the website or go to Amazon, right? And this is the new product that we are building. Right now, we are introducing this product. We are also developing new functions. And we have released this product to all our users so they can test it, they can try the product. And if they have suggestion or any request, the users can also submit the request to our support team at support@asinzen.com. And as mentioned, we also have coming webinars about this asinzen inside Atom. Our next webinar is going to be about the token system, how it's going to work. So that's the introduction we have for today. If you have any question, please let me know. Um, Maybe Ethan, after the webinar, we can take a look at your issue.
Yeah, I mean, I can share my screen again. I guess I'll try it now. See if it'll work.
Okay, sure. Let me just start sharing my screen.
Okay.
We can also wait after the webinar has ended, so we can do a support session with you.
Okay.
So perfect, Taylor. You can also, Tyler, you can try it right now. If you had an Ace inside account, you can install the add-on and start playing with the add-on. As mentioned, we had added free tokens to all users so they can start testing.
Yeah.
Um,
How do I share my screen here?
um, Let me just stop sharing my screen. You can share the screen using the share screen button. It's
Okay.
located on
Yep, yep.
the,
That's it. Okay. You see my screen now?
yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So when I go in here, right? So I'm assuming this is how it works, right? I go to the extension and I
Yes.
go to functions, right? Or
Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay.
functions.
You know, and it loads up. And then from here, I just did one testing. Like say if I want to pull in my FBA profit, and then I'll just do that. I just want to
Yeah.
bring in FBA profit.
You need to
If
click save first.
I'll save.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Okay,
Select the cell that you want to run. You need to select the ASIN on the cell. That's going to
okay,
be A2. Right.
okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And click the function.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but the header is BSR, but should be APA profile, right?
Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so then you highlight
Yeah.
it, and then they'll pull it. Okay,
Yeah, because you need to highlight the cells where to run the function is going to run, right? Because the function needs the asyncs. So when you run a function on Google, you need to highlight the cells where the function is going to run.
okay, okay. Where was that area where you had where you pulled the website? That was pretty cool. Where was that?
It's not available on the production on the
Oh,
end user yet, right?
okay, okay,
The supplier. Yeah, we are going to release this maybe next week, next Monday, right?
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's not available yet to to our users
Sounds
for
good.
testing.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds good. Exciting.
Perfect, thank you. So let me know if you had any other question about it.
Uh, no, they're pretty straightforward. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining to our webinar tonight. As mentioned, we are going to have more about the agents and insight this month. We are going to talk about the token system, using the function on cell because we also support function on cell for more advanced users that want to use that functions. So we are also going to show that way. Well, thank you so much for joining. So I wish you a great night and see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.